Simon, thank you so much for giving me your time and chatting to us. First of all, I think you need to explain who you are and what you do, because it's quite an impressive title and a very sort of new and exciting division for PlayStation.
So my name's Simon Benson. I'm the director of the Worldwide Studios Immersive Technology Group. So our overall role really is to take these amazing technologies, things that really bring you into a gaming world, from the inception of when the earliest technologies formed and it's just a little box with wires hanging out of it, right through to seeing it, in people's hands and, people playing with it and showcasing the technology.
It's amazing technology. Now, what we're seeing, the headset, is this the final look and design, so people can expect to own one day, or possibly a few changes left?
So the main thing about the technology at the moment is it's just a prototype as it currently stands. So we're really keen on getting this out there and letting people see what we've got and hearing their feedback. I mean, it's such a different world these days that it's so socially connected. It's great now that people can see this and actually tell us what they think, really. So it's more a case of that, getting it out there for that purpose. I think there's a lot of thought has gone into our prototype. So we're trying to think of it not just as a peripheral. So this isn't about something you just put on your head and it's just a peripheral. It's a whole system. It's a virtual reality system. And so it really embraces the whole PlayStation environment, if you like. So you've got the PlayStation 4 there, which plays a critical part of making the games, really quick and delivering them to you fast and making these amazing experiences. The camera's there for tracking the head-mounted display itself, but also the DualShock and the Move controllers can all be brought into the experience with you, so you can get your hands in there. And also we've thought about bringing this to the living room. So as a typical sort of PlayStation technology, it's got to be really easy for people to interact with. So we don't want it to be a high-tech thing that no one knows what to do with. It's got to be so simple that one size fits all. You just put it on, it just works. You plug it in, go. And also, I think we don't want to make it be an isolating technology. We don't want it to be something where the person who's in there, no one can see what they're doing and it's just the dark and they're just kind of dancing around. I think it's really important that we have what we call this social screen. So on the TV screen, everyone else in the living room can see what the person is actually seeing. So then suddenly if the person in the head-mounted display jumps out of the skin or something because maybe a ghost appeared in front of them, everyone can see that in the living room too, and they'll go, you saw the ghost and it made you jump, I want to try that too. And they can talk to the person about it, and maybe they can also interact using the controller. They could trigger the ghost when it's ready by seeing when the player is ready to experience that. So it makes it a whole living room experience.
Now, you guys, of course, are working with beautiful first parties, our internal London studio, for example. Do you guys then meet up with the third parties, and are you trying to bring them on board as well?
Absolutely. So our role is to figure out the best ways of making virtual reality content. So we've got to spend a lot of time learning about it ourselves. Several people on my team come from a visual simulation background where they used to work with this kind of technology 20 years ago when it was really expensive and totally inaccessible. We come from that background, myself included. I originally come from that background too. But we're bringing all this knowledge to gaming, and we're working with our internal studios primarily to really learn how to make the best possible games. And the key thing about virtual reality is conventional gaming. It's a very different thing. You think when you go into virtual reality, maybe in a conventional game, if you play an action game, you normally expect to be challenged straight away. So you're suddenly landing on the beach and people are attacking you or something. You're taking them out. But in virtual reality, the rules are very, very different. So maybe in this case, you'd really want to say, hey, I'm on a beach. Leave me alone for a while. I want to explore this place. You've just put me inside a game world. I can't even imagine this in the real world. This is unbelievable. Let me explore a little before you challenge me. So all the rules are very different. So we're learning that, and we're also working with the third parties to teach all them how to do this as well. Take all the knowledge, all the best practices, and share it with as many people as we possibly can to get everyone up to speed very quickly, so that we can all get really, really good games, really good content as quickly as we possibly can.
Is this the kind of thing then that you see, families owning? Is this thing just very hardcore, or is this something that you think that people who just maybe casually play PlayStation a bit more will also want to own?
I think it's a very inclusive technology. I think virtual reality is for pretty much anybody, because it's okay, you've got on the one hand, core gamers, brilliant. I could be suddenly in an alien world shooting strange creatures with spaceship flying over the top of me, incredible. But also, there's loads of other applications too. Like you could imagine just being able to suddenly teleport yourself to the top of the Empire State Building and look across the landscape and see those buildings, to stand at the foot of the Eiffel Tower and look up and see the structure, to sit on a beach, you know, all these things that aren't necessarily conventional, high-octane, interactive things to do, but they are really amazing things to do, to experience, to maybe just be on Mars or on the International Space Station. You know, very kind of passive experiences, but the things that maybe things you could never experience in real life, or they may be very inaccessible, but you can just have those experiences, and they're incredibly amazing experiences to have.
So when do we think people will be able to actually own this experience and have it in their own living rooms?
So I think, as we're showing at the moment, with this prototype technology, and the short answer is when it's ready. I think it's really important to say that this technology is so different that we've got to make sure we totally understand the best possible experience we can get out there, to make sure that when this technology is available to people, it's the best it can possibly be, and everyone gets a fantastic experience from the outset. You know, there's a lot to learn. We're learning very quickly, so we don't know the answer yet, but you know, when it's ready is the answer. It's the sort of technology that you can only understand from experiencing it. So, you know, we're getting a lot of people who try out something amazing, and the first thing I want to do is go and tell all the friends, and they're telling them, they're going down the pub and they're saying, hey, I tried this out and it was amazing. You've got to try it yourself. And I think that is the key message, really. So we're doing as much as we can to make sure people can get access to this and try it out for themselves.
Thank you so much.
No problem.